welcome back. So today we're doing a foundation declutter. This is so necessary, it's ridiculous. I have way too many foundations. A lot of them I know I hate. I don't know why I keep hold of them, but I have and I need to get rid of them, so I figured I would go ahead and film it and show it to you guys. So doesn't need much of an introduction, so without further ado, let's jump into this. Alright, so welcome to my dog fur covered rug. Please ignore how gross this is, but it's better than the actual carpets underneath it, so we're just gonna go with it. So these are all of my foundations. Some are brand new, some are super old, and I definitely need to go through them. So let's go ahead and get started with the ones that I know I love and absolutely will not get rid of. Starting with the It Cosmetics CC Cream. I have two shades here, which one of them is definitely too dark for me, but it's not so dark for me that it's crazy, so I'm gonna keep both of them just to finish them up, because $48 for a foundation to just get rid of just because it's the wrong shade. No, can't do it. Gotta keep them both. I'm also definitely not gonna get rid of my e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I just recently started talking about this one again because I just repurchased it and I remembered how much I love it, so this one is definitely going to stay. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, there's no way I could get rid of this. It's still one of my favorite foundations ever. It's just so beautiful. It looks great on the skin. It's full coverage, and just, it's a great, like, special event foundation that I can definitely never see myself getting rid of this one. Of course, there's no way I'm getting rid of the Too Faced Born This Way. Y'all know this is my all-time favorite foundation ever. I will always have this in my collection, so this one has to stay. Another foundation that I could never see myself getting rid of is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. I do have two shades here. I have L10 and L20. L20 is a little pink for me, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it just because I love this foundation so much that I'm not going to get rid of one shade just because it's a little wrong for me. Like, the undertone is a little pink, but the shade itself is a good shade, so it's fine. I've got a couple new items to my collection, which are the Joa Truly Yours Drop Foundation, and I have really been enjoying this one, so I'm going to keep this one for a little bit longer so I can keep testing it out and see where it really stands, but for right now, I've really been enjoying it. The Revlon Candid Foundation, I don't see myself keeping this one forever, but it is fairly new to my collection, so I want to keep a hold of it and keep using it and really, like, solidify my thoughts on it and make sure that I think what I think about it, if that makes sense. I will link any corresponding videos with these foundations down below, by the way. I just recently did a review of this foundation and the concealer, but I want to keep a hold of this one for a little bit longer. And this is the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. I actually have not used this yet. I bought it when it was on sale at Sephora, and I'm super excited to use it. I just haven't had a chance to yet, so we'll see what I think about this coming soon. Alright, and then the last foundation that I definitely will not be getting rid of is the Mega Cushion Foundation from Wet n Wild. I love this foundation. Y'all know I love this foundation. There's no way I would ever get rid of it, so this one's staying. Even though I will need a replacement fairly soon. So looking at the rest of this, honestly a lot of these I could kind of take or leave, which kind of sucks. One that I know I absolutely am getting rid of, this is straight up going in the trash, is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Full Coverage Foundation. This is literally the worst foundation I've ever tried in my entire life. If you want to see the first impression video where I tried this out, I'll link it down below. I was literally crying, laughing so hard when I was editing that video. It's ridiculous how bad this is, so I'll link that down below in case you're interested, but these are definitely going far away. I have come to the conclusion that I hate foundation sticks and I am done buying them. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick and the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. Neither of them worked. They were both dry and greasy and made my acne look worse, and it was very odd, and I don't like it. So these are going to go away. The Revlon Color Stay Full Cover Foundation, I really wasn't a fan of this one either. I just felt like it was very heavy on the skin, but also didn't give that much coverage, so I didn't really understand it. So I think I am going to go ahead and pass this one along. I just don't feel the need to keep it anymore because I already did my videos on it, and now it just kind of seems to be taking up space. So this one's going to go as well. Wow, it really seems like I'm hating on drugstore foundations right now, but like I have more drugstore than high-end, I think. So it doesn't matter, really. Y'all know how I am. I'm going to go ahead and keep the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation. This is still one of my favorite foundations ever. This shade, Fair 01, is a little light for me. I could probably go up one, but this is what I have, and I really enjoy this foundation. I don't reach for it nearly enough, and I don't know why, but definitely need to like pull this to the front of my foundation stash and kind of try it more because I still remember it looking beautiful on the skin. One I'm going to go ahead and get rid of pains me. It's the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. I love this foundation. I do. I think it is beautiful. It is so ridiculously dewy. It looks amazing on the skin. It makes you look so healthy and just beautiful. But the lightest shade in Porcelain L1 is like total Oompa Loompa status. I don't understand it. I don't understand why this is the lightest shade. It is so freaking annoying because this foundation is beautiful, but every time I wear it, I look like a crazy person. It's so dark on me. I look like I had a bad spray tan. So I never want to wear it, and I haven't found anything that it mixes well enough with that I want to keep using it. So it sucks, but it's got to go now. I would rather pass it along now to someone that can use it rather than keep a hold of it for another year and have it go bad just because I like it even though I don't use it. It's a terrible situation. So, next up, we've got the Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation. This is one of those foundations that I was definitely in the minority on of liking it. My only problem is that it is so finicky in the products that you use before and after it that if you don't get the exact right circumstances with this foundation, like, it looks like shit. So I never really have the time or the patience to sit there and, you know, figure out exactly what it works with and use those exact same products every time. So I never end up reaching for it. So there's really no point in me keeping it because I never have the patience to work with it. So even though I did like this foundation when I got the like primer and concealer and powder combination correct, it's not worth the patience and the time that it takes to figure out. Next up, we've got the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Hydrating Gel Cream. I am such a big fan of this BB cream. It's insane. It is definitely only like a summertime thing for me because it's very dewy and light coverage and just is great for summertime, honestly. The shade Birch 1.5 is like a little too dark for me, like a hair too dark, but I keep it around because I do love the finish of this one so much, and it's much more like an actual BB cream rather than compared to the It Cosmetics CC cream, which is definitely like a foundation that has like really great coverage. This one is definitely more like a true BB cream, so I keep this around for that fact. The Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. God. I have the shade 00A, which is the lightest shade they have, and it actually works really, really well for me. And I do really like this foundation, but I never reach for it, and I don't know why. Maybe I just need to like force myself to use it more. Cause I know I like it. It's got great coverage. It sits well on my skin and everything. It may be a little heavy, but you know, what foundation isn't? I never reach for it. But I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to force myself to use it more because I should be using it. It's a great foundation. The next foundation is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. This is the same deal as with the Flower Beauty foundation. I love it. It looks amazing on my skin. It wears well all day long. It's satiny and healthy and just gorgeous. But the lightest shade is total Oompa Loompa status. And it oxidizes on me so badly that, you know, 3 hours in, I'm completely orange. and it makes no sense to me. It's very annoying, but I never reach for it because I'm not a mixing foundation type of person. I don't care enough. Like, I have a million foundations that look great on their own, so why would I sit there and try and mix a foundation that, you know, while I like it, the color doesn't match it. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one on because there's no point in keeping it and letting it go bad. Alright, we're almost to the end. The NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I got mine in the shade Oslo, which shade-wise is great. It's a little pink, but I don't care. I like it so much, and I spent a lot of money on it, so yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this shade until I finish it up, and then we'll see if I end up repurchasing it. Maybe I'll get a different shade. Who knows? But I do really, really like this foundation, so it's definitely staying. And then last but certainly not least, we have the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. I hated this foundation. It was terrible on my dry skin. It was heavy and cakey and felt weird, and it was a whole mess for me, so I am definitely passing this one along because I hate it. I never want to reach for it, and honestly, it drives me crazy. It doesn't have a cap to go over the pump. Like, it looks so unfinished to me. It drives my type A brain bonkers. So this one's gonna go away because I can't keep it anymore. It makes no sense. Alright, and that is my entire foundation collection. I got rid of about a third, which honestly isn't too bad considering my obsession with foundation. So I hope you guys liked today's video. Before you leave, I would love it if you would go ahead and hit the subscribe button and maybe check out some of my other videos. But other than that, I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!